What's going on, YouTube? Welcome to my channel. I'm your host, Portia Dorsey. We are expanding your success mindset. So we are focusing on your mindset and also your mission and your money. Today's video, we're going to be talking about time. We're going to talk about the purpose of time. There's a quote by Albert Einstein. He said, time exists so everything doesn't happen all at once. I like that quote. There's also I forget what it's called when there's a word for every letter. Time, things I must experience. That's another one. But I want to talk about time and the purpose of time here in the success journey. So successful people invest time. Time is the most precious resource. I was talking to someone today and we're talking about just how if people understood how valuable time was, they would not spend it so casually. There's a time for rest, just like rest is a part of music, rest is a part of life, and there's time for that. I'm not saying don't rest, but if you knew that, if you really understood that today is the last day, whatever date it is when you're seeing this, that date on the calendar and that year, this month, and that day will never come again. Just like when there's one more of something left and the value of it is so high because it's the last one and it's, you just like gotta have it. Or someone can mark the price up because of it's only one more left. That's how precious a day is. There's only one more of this day. There's only one of this day. So I have to steward it with that much vigor, with that much intention behind it. Amen. So successful people, time is a resource. So they take time and they invest time. They invest time in their businesses and their endeavors and their personal growth and development. They invest time in the things that they value: family, friends, relationships, right? But time is not, because they see how limited time is, it's the highest resource above money, above anything else you could put in that category. Poor people, right? And not just like people who don't have money, passing over opportunities repeatedly. That's poor in mindset, which does result in being poor financially as well. But poor people spend time. They just spend it. Easily sidetracked, not any real plans for the day. The hours are not scheduled. The hours aren't managed. The intention in the day, the intention of how you're going to steward the time is very different between successful people and I'll say unsuccessful people. For the purpose of this video. And so that is something that you really want to look at. Do you see time as precious as this day is the last one? Do you see your time like that? Do you intentionally steward your time as it is as if it is more valuable than money? Because see, we're given time in years, but the time that we're given is for us to be preparing. We should be working. You have to be and do and then have. And we have to be working on being during the time that we're given. And then we're given time for a time. So we're given time to prepare for a time, for a point in history, a point in our journey, an occurrence, an opportunity, an event. And I like what Myron Golden says. He says, when your time comes, it'll either reveal you to the world or it'll expose you, expose how you manage the time leading up to the time. Isn't that good? So we were given time in length and in years for a time, an event, an occurrence, an opportunity, a door, a window, right? That we are supposed to cross into. That is good. But the good news is that God is a redeemer of time. Amen. So if you feel like you have been mismanaging your time, or you're not as good at managing your time as you would like to be, God is a redeemer of time. And when you begin to get intentional about your time, when you begin to ask him, how to steward your time and what you should be doing, he can make up for all of the years that time was wasted, and he can compress the time frame ahead of you where you'll still enter into your season of plenty in the timing that you're supposed to do it in, even though you may not have spent the time in years leading up to the time the way that you were supposed to. Amen. Amen. So use your time wisely. Time is such a valuable resource. Don't ever think that, oh, it's just one day, it won't hurt, or no. If you're going to vacation, that's fine. Plan your vacation. Successful people vacation. They rest, they take breaks. That's not what I'm talking about. But it's planned, it's intentional, it's earned, it's deserved. And it's much more enjoyable as well. You ever notice how if you rest, actually, I answered a journal prompt the other day, and it was like, when are you most rested, or something like that? And my response was, I'm most rested in a high intensity season, where there's high intensity but high reward, high stress, high reward. Because when you've been really working and you're intentional about how you spend your time, the rest is that much more satisfying. It's so satisfying when people say like they have trouble sleeping. I want to say you're not working hard enough. Because when you're number one, when you're first of all working out every day, eating healthy, your body is the regulation of your body is like right where it's supposed to be. And that also it helps you get into your sleep state when your body is being regulated the way it's supposed to be. And then when you're developing all day, when you're feeding your mind and your spirit all day, your mind then needs to rest from being worked, from being just like the muscles in your body are working, and they need to rest. Your mind has been working, should have been working all day, being productive on your goals and your vision, and your mind is going to be ready to rest too. So by the time you get in your bed, your body should be a good tired, your mind should be a good tired, and you should feel good because you've been productive, and you just sail off to sleep. But that is my time for today. No pun intended. This video was on the purpose of time. Like, share, subscribe if this blessed you, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye-bye.